This is ZenstaZ. Welcome to part 3 of the Metal Gear Solid Saga review. On the last episode, I reviewed Metal Gear Solid for the PS1. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch the last episode. Getting back to the next part of this review. This episode I review... Hold on, I'm getting a call.
Mind if I cut in?
Who the hell are you?
Now, there's no need for harsh language. I'm your support for this review.
Alright, you sound like a decent guy. I'll give you a chance.
Oh, and by the way, where are you exactly? What are you doing?
A little undercover work. Alright, let's get this review started. Now, to start off by saying that no, I'm not in the spirit. I'm taking care of a little something that I should have done a long time ago. While I prep up, watch the review. Here's my review on Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty for the PlayStation 2.
Hey, I heard someone talking. I'm gonna go check it out.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, it's been a few years since the last game was released, but now we're looking at a potentially good sequel. Oh yeah, I'm real excited about this one, guys. Alright, here it is, my review on Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty for the PlayStation 2. Alright, getting to the story. The story takes place 2 years after the events of Metal Gear Solid 1, where now we're just finding ourselves in the opening scene of the game in New York City, on the George Washington Bridge to be exact, where we see the suspiciously poncho-wearing guy just walking right up to us, all slow and suave and cool. And that's when we notice, hey, he's smoking a cigarette. Oh yeah, he's back.
I like it like that. She working that back. I don't know how to act. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Moving slow motion for me.
Alright, that's enough of that. But let's get to the gameplay. Wait, where have I seen this before? The new game offers new controls and new weapons. Like right now what you're seeing is an M9. It's a tranquilizer gun that can be used to knock out an enemy rather than kill him, which is useful if you want to try to beat the game without a single kill. Except bosses, otherwise, whatever. But more controls are introduced, but I'm sure you don't want to listen to me lecturing about how the controls work, so it's better to listen to the tutorial from Otacon than to listen to me.
We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head.
And one thing that's also back is the Soliton radar system. If you don't know what it is, it's a radar that's displayed on the top right corner of the game screen, and it can tell you right away that whether or not enemies are popping around the corner. It'll lay out an overhead map of the area. Pretty easy to navigate once you get the hang of it. Alright, moving on. The new gameplay mechanics as well as the controls offers more variety and options on how you want to deal with the enemies. Notably, here's one of them. You can hold up an enemy from approaching them from behind and sticking them up. From there on, you can try to shake them down with items, ammo, or even their dog tags. The dog tag feature doesn't really make much sense to me at all. Oh, you also have the option of getting rid of enemy bodies out of other enemy sights. Pretty clever. Oh, and there's one thing you need to keep in mind. The enemy AI has really gotten smarter. You'll notice right away that they're working together as a team in this part. Yeah, the enemy AI in this game has really gotten really hard. Well, not too hard depending on what setting you take, but of course you'll know right away that they are not kidding around this time. Now, the way this works is that if an enemy spots you or whatever, they'll radio in backup, and once that happens, you better find a place to hide or better hope for the best that you got weapons that take them all down. They'll come in numbers at least until the alert phase is over, or at least you can run and hide. Oh, and there's another thing too. if you decide to hide in this enclosed room, particularly like in a locker room or a bathroom or something like that, they'll sweep the area. They'll do a thing called a clearing. That's when they'll all check the area real good and all that. Yeah, they got real smart. Oh, a fan. Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Oh, thanks. Well, I do what I can, but...
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer.
Oh, no.
End of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
It couldn't be.
Identify yourself.
No. I know what you're all thinking.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
Ocelot. Damn. That's right, folks. He's back. Ocelot's back, and this time he's looking to take something that should have been taken a long time ago. If you don't know who he is, then play the first game. He was the one who tortured Snake and got away with everything. The bastard. Oh, and guess what, fanboys? A familiar face, or rather body part, has come back to play.
It's been a while, brother.
What a surprising plot twist!
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake?
Okay, so Liquid's back, and he takes the newest model of Metal Gear Ray. It's a new type of weapon that can travel underwater, and it's got more power than the Metal Gear Rex from the previous game. And you can tell too that it's badass just by looking at its design. Wow. Okay, so Liquid, or Ocelot, takes control of Metal Gear Ray and destroys the tanker, all escaping with it. And thus leaving Snake for dead. And that there ends the first chapter. Okay, so after the first chapter ends, we begin the second chapter, the plant chapter.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Wait, he's alive?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil
Wait a
tanker
minute.
full of crude barely
That doesn't
20
sound
miles
like
off the shore of
Snake.
Manhattan. Your
Who the hell
class-
takes his name?
This is Snake. I'm now inside Stretch.
That is not Snake.
Our thanks.
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries.
Who the hell is this guy?
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are
Oh
functioning.
my god, what happened to Solid Snake? Where is he?
Any problems? And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just
It's not your name, jackass.
now designated Raiden.
Okay, good. He changed his code name. Raiden. Believe it or not, players, you take control from this point on as the newest member of Foxhound Raiden, a rookie espionage agent who apparently is gifted and decides to infiltrate the facility of the Big Shell in order to save the president, who's now taken hostage. By the way, the story takes place 2 years after the events of the tanker, prior to this. But don't take it from me. The game is great. It's got great graphics and gameplay and controls. But sad to say is that, well, Snake just pretty much shines in the first chapter, and from there on, he's just watching from the shadows. Sorry, Snake. I can't give the game a lower score, for the fact is that I can't lower it because, well, the character's been replaced. But that's my opinion anyway. My overall score on Metal Gear Solid 2 for the PlayStation 2 is a 9.5 out of 10. Don't worry, Snake. You'll be back in no time.
Okay, the game's good and all, but I'm not a Raiden fan. Well, that's all the time we have for this segment, part 3. Catch part 4. This is ZenstaZ saying stay
Okay, load that box into the trash compactor.
All right, George.
What?